Welcome to English Universe. If you've ever dreamt of speaking fluent English with confidence and ease, then this is the video for you. Imagine being able to express yourself in any situation, hold conversations effortlessly, and impress others with your fluency. Sounds amazing, right? But what if I told you that you could achieve all this in just 30 days? Yes, you heard that right. 30 days. Stay with me till the end of this video, and I promise you'll walk away with the tools, techniques, and strategies you need to transform your English fluency like never before. Learning English can feel overwhelming at times. Maybe you've been struggling with grammar rules, translating sentences in your head, or freezing up during conversations. Don't worry, you're not alone. The truth is, fluency doesn't come from memorizing textbooks or repeating the same exercises over and over again. It comes from practicing the right way. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you today. In this video, I'll guide you through an easy-to-follow, step-by-step approach to mastering spoken English in just 1 month. We'll combine the power of graded readers, immersive stories, and practical exercises to help you build confidence, improve vocabulary, and speak naturally. So, are you ready to take the first step toward fluency? Let's dive right in. Before we get into the strategies, let's take a moment to understand why so many learners struggle with English fluency. One of the biggest obstacles is overthinking. When you're constantly translating words and sentences from your native language to English, it slows you down and creates confusion. That's why the key to fluency is learning to think in English. This is the foundation of everything we'll discuss today. To make this process easier, we've divided it into 4 stages. Stage 1. Building a strong foundation. Fluency starts with a strong foundation. If your basics are shaky, it becomes difficult to build advanced skills. Begin by immersing yourself in simple English sentences. Instead of memorizing grammar rules, focus on how words are used in real-life conversations. Graded readers are an excellent tool for this. These are books specifically designed for English learners, with simple vocabulary and grammar that gradually increase in difficulty. Start with beginner-level stories. Read them aloud and pay attention to how sentences are structured. For example, let's take a simple sentence from a story. The boy is running in the park. Notice how the verb is running shows action and how it connects with the subject, the boy. Once you're comfortable with simple sentences like this, you can move on to slightly more complex ones. Practice reading every day, even if it's just for 10 to 15 minutes. As you read, underline or highlight new words. Look them up and write them down in a notebook. This will help you expand your vocabulary and understand how these words fit into different contexts. Stage 2. Listening and imitation. Listening is one of the most underrated skills in language learning, but it's absolutely crucial for fluency. To speak well, you need to hear how the language is spoken by native or fluent speakers. Start by listening to English audio stories, podcasts, or even YouTube videos like this one. Choose content that matches your level. As you listen, don't just hear the words. Try to mimic them. Repeat phrases and sentences out loud, copying the speaker's tone, rhythm, and pronunciation. For example, if you hear the phrase, "How's it going?" try to say it exactly as the speaker does. At first, you might feel awkward or hesitant, but that's completely normal. The more you practice, the more natural it will feel. Over time, this will train your brain to produce English sounds and sentences without hesitation. Stage 3. Thinking in English. This is where the magic happens. As I mentioned earlier, thinking in English is the key to fluency. It eliminates the need to translate sentences in your head, which can slow you down and lead to mistakes. Here's how you can train yourself to think in English. Start small. Begin by naming objects around you in English. For example, when you wake up, think to yourself, I need to brush my teeth, instead of saying it in your native language. Describe your surroundings. For instance, if you're sitting in a park, think, the grass is green. The children are playing. The sun is shining. Practice with verbs and nouns first. Focus on actions and objects, and then gradually build sentences. The goal is to make English a natural part of your thought process. Don't worry about making mistakes. The more you practice, the faster your brain will adapt. Stage 4. Speaking daily. Fluency comes from speaking. There's no way around it. The more you speak, the more confident and fluent you'll become. But here's the thing. You don't need a native speaker or a language partner to practice. You can practice speaking on your own. Here are some tips. Talk to yourself in English. For example, narrate your daily activities. I'm making coffee. I'm getting ready for work. I need to leave by 8 a.m. Record yourself. Use your phone to record short clips of you speaking. Listen to them and identify areas for improvement, such as pronunciation or grammar. Use a mirror. Stand in front of a mirror and have a conversation with yourself. This might feel silly at first, but it's a great way to practice speaking with confidence. If you have access to a language partner, even better. Practice having short conversations with them. Start with simple topics like your favorite food, hobbies, or daily routine. As you get more comfortable, you can move on to more complex subjects. The role of stories in fluency. Now let's talk about stories. Why are they so effective for learning English? Stories are engaging, memorable, and full of practical language that you can use in real life. When you learn through stories, you're not just learning words, you're learning how to connect them into meaningful sentences. For example, consider a story about a character who goes on an adventure. You'll encounter phrases like, he packed his bag, she climbed the hill, or they reached the castle. These are phrases you can use in everyday conversations. Reading and listening to stories also expose you to idiomatic expressions, cultural nuances, and different ways of expressing ideas. All of this contributes to fluency. Overcoming common challenges. Let's address some common challenges that learners face. 1. Fear of making mistakes. Many learners hesitate to speak because they're afraid of making mistakes. Remember, mistakes are a natural part of learning. Every mistake you make is an opportunity to improve. 2. Lack of vocabulary. If you often feel like you don't know enough words, focus on learning 5 to 10 new words every day. Use them in sentences to make them stick. 3. Feeling nervous. Nervousness is normal, especially when speaking in front of others. Take a deep breath, speak slowly, and focus on getting your message across rather than being perfect. Staying consistent. Finally, the most important factor in achieving fluency is consistency. Commit to practicing every day, even if it's just for 20 to 30 minutes. Set specific goals for each week, such as learning a certain number of new words, finishing a graded reader, or recording yourself speaking for a few minutes. Remember, Fluency is a journey, not a destination. Celebrate your progress along the way, no matter how small it may seem. Congratulations! You've just learned a proven step-by-step method to speak fluent English in 30 days. Now it's time to put these strategies into action. Start today. Read a graded reader, listen to an audio story, or practice thinking in English. The sooner you start, the sooner you'll see results. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe to English Universe for more tips, stories, and lessons that will transform the way you learn English. Let's make your fluency dreams a reality together. See you in the next video.